Hey, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back this week with another video for you guys, but today we're going to be doing a little battle of the brushes. Once again, we're going to be comparing the original Sigma F80 Flat Kabuki with their brand new Sigma F80 Air Flat Kabuki. And this is pretty much their dual fiber Kabuki, and the F80 is their original Kabuki. So I'm going to be comparing these two guys. I'm going to be doing my foundation, concealer, cream contour with these two, and I'm going to be doing the right side of my face with the F80 and the left side of my face with the F80 Air. So if you want to see these two brushes being compared, seeing what are the pros, what are their cons, are they the same or are they completely different? If you want to see all of that, keep on watching. But if you're not a part of the Beverly family yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. And yeah, let's get into this battle of the Sigma brushes. As always, I'm going to start off with the facts, and I'm going to start off with the newest brush, and that is the Sigma F80 Air Flat Kabuki, which is this one right here, their new dual fiber brush. And this one is $25, and the description on the website says, our iconic best-selling brush reimagined. Get lightweight, buildable coverage with feathery soft dual fiber bristles for a natural finish. And then when you click on more, it says unique feature, soft wispy dual fibers function, buffed or stippled. Product application. Recommended use, blend a liquid or cream product onto flat areas of the face such as the forehead and the cheeks. The coverage is sheer to medium. So you will get a light to medium coverage on this. It is recommended to be used on flat areas on the face. So yeah, those are the facts on the Sigma F80 Air. Now let's move on to the Sigma F80. Now the Sigma F80 is also $25, so they did not change the price, which is really nice. And this says that you'll get high definition skin with Sigma X fibers that smooth on any foundation, blend evenly using this cult favorite award winner. When you click on more, it says that its unique feature is that it is a dense and flat brush. For function, it is used to buff foundation, and the recommended use, blend a liquid or cream products onto flat areas of the face such as the forehead and cheeks, and then the coverage is medium to full. So pretty much with their original Sigma F80, you can do everything on your face. It says you can use any foundation with any coverage, but it will make them be medium to full coverage. With their Sigma F80 Air, you'll make your foundation be more sheer to medium coverage, and you should definitely use it with more lightweight products as opposed to the Sigma F80, which you can use with any foundation. So these are the claims on both of these. As I said, they do have the same price, which is really nice. So now I'm just going to show you the brushes up close side by side. This here is the F80, this is the F80 Air, and that is them from the top. As you can tell, the F80 has more bristles than the F80 Air. So as you can tell, on the Sigma F80 Air, the barrel here has more support. It has 4 rings as opposed to 3, and they did change the logo here and the print, and these are the dual fibers. These bristles here are definitely thinner than these over here because this is a dual fiber brush, and that's what it looks like from the top. I did wash this brush, but it is a little bit stained since the dual fibers are white, but this is what it looks like from the side. As I said before, this is the Sigma F80 Air Flat Kabuki. And now this one here is the Sigma F80. As you can tell, this one has 3 rings attaching the silver part to the barrel, so it has a little bit less support here, which means that the F80 Air could last you longer than the F80. However, I've had the F80 for years and it's still like brand new, so I guess I'll have the F80 Air for decades. So this is what this one looks like from the top. As you can tell, the bristles on this brush don't get stained, so with this brush, as you can tell, it will look newer for a longer amount of time. And the bristles on this one are brown, and then these here are very light beige. They're not black and white. And as you can tell, this is a flat top Kabuki. It is not a dual fiber brush, so that is why you will get your full coverage. So yeah guys, now that I showed you what the brushes look like side by side up close, let's get into the application part of this video where I show you how the brushes actually perform side by side with the Sigma F80 on the right side of my face and the Sigma F80 Air on the left side of my face. So yeah, let's get started. So as you can tell, both of these brushes say that you can use them for medium coverage, but the F80 Air is for light to medium and the F80 is for medium to full. So I'm gonna go with a medium coverage foundation, but I'm gonna start off by priming my face, and I'm gonna prime my face using the Smashbox Photofinish Primer and Luminizing, and I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna be doing the right side of my face with the F80 like I said before. This primer does have some color to it, by the way. It has like a peachy sheen, but it shouldn't affect the foundation because I've used this primer like a million times and it never has. And now this is the first time I'm ever using this brush. I'm gonna be doing the left side of my face with the F80 Air and the same primer. I have to say, first impressions on the F80 Air, it is really soft. It's literally just as soft as the F80. But I just feel like with this one, you can tell it has way less bristles, and that is due to it being a dual fiber brush. And that is why for this brush, you can only do light to medium coverage. Because I feel like if you do use a full coverage foundation with a brush like this that is dual fibered, you will definitely get a super streaky application because this is a dual fiber brush. You know, I kind of want to go in with my Dior Airflash foundation because I feel like this foundation is the perfect medium coverage. So you know what? I'm going to use the Dior Airflash foundation in shade 205. I'm gonna shake it up. I'm gonna do the side with the F80 first. That is pretty much good enough to cover your whole face. And now I'm just gonna tap it out and blend it. As you can tell, this foundation does blend very nicely with a brush. And super quick. And as you can tell, this brush doesn't leave any streak marks at all. It looks very even. As you can tell with the F80, that was literally like, what, 30 seconds, and this whole side is already blended with a really seamless, streakless medium coverage. So now I'm just gonna shake it up again, and I'm gonna do the left side of my face with the F80 Air. And this is what I'm really excited about because I've never used this foundation, or any foundation for that matter, with this brush. This is my first time ever using a foundation. Ooh. This brush is made to kind of suck up less of your product and put it more on your face. I know that that is one of the claims that the F80 has, but I feel like with this one, they were trying to improve on that claim. I do have to say it is easier to get around the eyes with the F80 Air because the bristles are a little more flexible. However, I do have to say with these bristles, I am getting more streak marks, as you can tell. I can already tell it is going to be taking me a little longer to blend the foundation with this brush. Yeah, because it is really easy to get underneath the eyes with this brush, but as you can tell, look at this brush marks. Like, you can see where I put the brush through, and on this side you can't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go in patting motions and like patting circular motions so that those brush streaks go away. I'm gonna do the forehead. It is really easy to get around the eyebrows with this brush, again because the fibers are more flexible than with the original F80. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna say is the claim that this sucks up less product than the original F80 is actually false. I do have to say with the F80, I do have more coverage on my skin than with the F80 Air, and I do think that is because this is a dual fiber brush. And again, I do feel like with the F80, the original one, it is faster to do the foundation than with the F80 Air. However, it was like a minute difference, so it's not like it took me 7 or 10 more minutes to do my foundation. It was literally just like 1 minute more. I guess it comes down to personal preference. Do you like dual fiber brushes to apply your foundation, or do you like flat top kabukis? Like, as you can tell after blending out both sides, they do look very similar. I do have to say I do have a little bit more coverage on the F80 side, but that is the difference in the brush, and that is one of the claims on the website. So I'm not gonna duck points off the F80 Air just because it got me less coverage, because I knew what I was getting into when I got the brush. So now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna do my cream contour, and I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit in Fair, and I'm gonna be using the darkest shade. So I'm gonna go in with a concealer brush, and I'm just gonna put that contour right there. And I'm gonna do one side at a time, and I'm gonna start off with the Sigma F80 side. As you can tell, I literally just went like this, and that's blended with the F80. I don't know, I feel like the F80 is just such a good brush for everything. Like, as you can tell, the original F80 is doing that contour like it's no one's business. Like, so easy, so effortless. It looks so natural and blended so fast. I'm just kind of pushing it up and then buffing it back. As you can tell, that was super fast and it looks super nice, and it blended into the foundation very nicely, and this brush definitely did a very fast cream contour. Alright, so as you guys know, I love this brush. I usually don't use it for cream contour, but it is very good. So the F80 passed the cream contour test. Now let's try the F80 Air for cream contour, which I am so excited about because I feel like that is the only thing I will use this brush for because it is a dual fiber. So let's see how good this is at blending my cream contour, because that is the thing I'm gonna be using this brush for the most. Alright, so now as you can tell, I applied that same shade I did on the other side with a concealer brush, and let's get to blending. And with the dual fiber, I do like to go in circular motions as opposed to patting motions because the bristles are a little longer. I do have to say, with the cream contour, with the F80 Air, you can use less product than with the F80. I do feel like the F80 Air is distributing the product around more than the F80. So I guess with foundation, you do get more of a full coverage with the F80, but with cream contour, a little bit of product does go a very long way with the F80 Air. Like, I can literally just tell right now. That was so fast. Literally went in like, what, 3 circles? And it is blended. Like, what? Now going again in circular motions in the jaw. As you can tell, it's literally blending my cream contour like it's no one's business. Like, it's literally just like, oh, it's gone. I guess it's settled. The F80 Air is the best dual fiber brush ever. Alright, so I do have to say, after using both of the brushes side by side, I have to say that with the F80 Air, a little bit of product will go a very long way. And with the F80, it will go a long way, but I feel like more with the foundation as opposed to the cream contour. So if you're looking for a brush to do your cream contour, I would definitely recommend the F80 Air. Or if you do more light coverage product, definitely the F80 Air. Let's do some concealer. I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Light Pale. Whenever I do cream contour, I do like to put concealer down here. That's just a thing I always do with cream contour, not necessarily with powder contour. Now let's start off with the F80 side. As you guys know, I love this brush for concealer as well, because it doesn't leave any streaks or anything, and it is also super fast. Let's do the remaining concealer with this one. And the website does say that you can use this to blend any cream product or any liquid product. And as you can tell, you can, because it was super easy to blend the concealer here and here. And now let's do the forehead. Yeah, that was definitely super fast. I'm gonna do the nose with the F80 Air because you guys seen me do my concealer with the F80 a million times, so I do want to use the new brush for the nose. I'd have to say, with the concealer on the nose, since this is a more full coverage concealer, I feel like it kind of took it away as opposed to blending it out. But again, I feel like that's because this brush is meant to be used with light coverage products, not full coverage products. I guess it is looking really good on the under eye because it gets right into the inner corner, which is nice. I do have to say, I am getting the streak marks again on the under eye because of the dual fiber brushes, but after patting it out, it's not bad. Alright, so these are all my cream products side by side. As you can tell, both sides literally look identical. I feel like with foundation, you will definitely get a light coverage to medium with the F80 Air. You can get a very full coverage with the F80. I would definitely recommend using the F80 Air for cream contour, BB creams, tinted moisturizers, light coverage foundations, and the F80 for full coverage foundations, medium coverage foundations, concealers. And I feel like you can use both of them for cream contour, although I do like the F80 Air a little bit better for cream contour since a little bit of product does go a long way with the F80 Air. I do have to say, I do like the difference in the barrel. The F80 Air has a stronger hold on the barrel than the original F80. However, I feel like it is not a humongous difference, and they both have like the same handle. The logo is a little bit different now, but I feel like with both of these brushes, the main difference is that one of them is a dual fiber brush and the other one is a flat top kabuki. So yeah, I just wanted to compare these two guys because I know that they look very similar, but after doing my makeup with both of them side by side, I can definitely tell you they might look very similar, but I feel like they're very different at the same time because they both have very different purposes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish off my makeup and I'm gonna finish off my hair, and I'll be back to give you guys a final rundown on pretty much everything that we've been through. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so my makeup is completely done and I did wash both of the brushes after using them. I do have to say, after washing it, the F80 Air did get a little bit stained on the white, but the F80, even though I've had it for literally over a year and a half, it's still like brand new, like it's not stained at all. So I do have to say the white fibers on the F80 Air do stain and the ones on the F80 do not. My final verdict on these two brushes, I feel like they're both 10s out of 10s, but they have very different purposes. I would say that the F80 Air is definitely more of a buffing, cream contour, cream blush kind of brush. I wouldn't really say this is for a full coverage foundation. It's definitely for a light coverage to medium coverage foundation, which is what they state on the website. If you do want a brush that's gonna be more full coverage, I would recommend their original F80, which has just their flat top. Every single bristle is super even, and I feel like although this does have the 3 rings on the barrel as opposed to the 4 rings on the barrel here, it does last a very long time. I've had mine for a year and a half. It still looks brand new. The letters haven't faded at all. The barrel is still completely fine. No bristles have come up, not even once, even washing it like a million times. And it's still super soft. As you can tell, it is not stained either. With the F80 Air, I do have to say it is a little bit stained, but it is nothing that bothers me. It doesn't change the performance of the brush, so it still looks pretty good after washing it. These are both approved. Are they dupes? Definitely not. They're very different. So if you do have the F80 and you want to try out the F80 Air, you can, because when you get them, they are different brushes, so it's not like you're gonna have 2 of the same brush. So yeah, I feel like they come down to personal preference and what you like on your makeup. If you like a more natural makeup, go for F80 Air. If you like full coverage glam, go for the F80. And yeah, I feel like that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like this comparison. My next brush comparison will be comparing the Morphe Y6 to the Sigma F80, so definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, if you want to see that, subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you like this video, subscribe to my channel before you leave. Let me know in the comments, have you tried any of these 2 brushes? Which one do you like best and what do you think of them? And if you have not tried the F80 Air, are you planning on getting it? And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.